What's up, YouTube? I'm back with a very interesting video. I want to give you the Bill Gates experience. So you guys are gonna let me know what you think. But unfortunately, I'm not giving you the whole experience because I changed the straps and I don't like the stock straps, right? So it's not the full Bill Gates experience, but hey, it's still the same thing. The most important parts are the same, right? So I'm gonna show you this Casio Duro in a few seconds, but I have to tell you guys I love this watch. Like, I think Bill Gates has it in all black. So this watch, like, it gives you that leverage when you're talking to someone, you know? You gotta tell them you share the same watch with, I don't know, one of the wealthiest people ever. So yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this watch. I love watches. I've talked about a fossil down there, and yeah, I don't think I've talked that much about watches, but I really love watches, and I would love to collect watches. I'm not so much into the vintage kind of watches, but yeah, anyway, let's talk about Bill Gates' preference or watch of choice. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, right? So yeah, let me talk about this watch in a little bit. So guys, this is Bill Gates's preference. I've already unboxed it because the box was really beat up. I didn't want to use the box, but this is how it came. This comes inside the box. It's very simple presentation. It's not a very expensive watch. This is plastic. It's a Casio 3-hand analog, anti-reverse rotating bezel, and I'll talk about that in a second. This bezel, it rotates. So like for you people that know about diving watches or who love diving watches, this I've seen a lot of reviews, and this is one of the best budget options. And like, it's Casio, right? Casio, Seiko, you can't really go wrong with those brands. They are very, it depends on the specific brand. I won't say that all of them are very affordable, but in terms of the diving budget watches, this Casio, like, I've seen a lot of good reviews. And I personally got this off Amazon. I put this loop. I love these loops because of actually Apple introduced me to these loops, the Milanese loops. So obviously this is not the Apple loop, but I got this loop too off Amazon, and I like it. I like the look. I've gotten compliments, so yeah, I love the loop. But then Bill Gates, I think he prefers this one. I hate this loop. Actually, from the time I got this watch, I've never worn it with Bill Gates's strap of choice, because I don't think Bill Gates changed this one. I think the picture I saw, I think Bill Gates has the stock strap, right? So yeah, me personally, I didn't like it. I like rubber straps. There's some that I have for my other Nixon, because I have a simple Nixon watch that I use for work. Like I told you guys, I'm in healthcare, so it's not just about wearing watches. Like, I really need a watch, right? So I have another functional watch that I use for my healthcare job. And like, for that job, I would use this kind of strap without a doubt, right? I would definitely use this. But no, like for this Casio, because I got the dial, it comes in black, like all black, and then it has this type that has the goldish tint on the side. So I preferred this. I really love how it looks. Sorry guys, I'm using a camera, like it's an iPhone 12, but I still don't really think the picture is so great or anything for doing a video like this. But as you can see, I believe the dial is 40, it should be less than 43 mm. That dial size, it should be less than 43 mm if I'm not mistaken. Then it has the date. That is so important. I wish they had put the day as well, because I love watches that have both the day date. One of my dream watches obviously is the day date Rolex. I love that watch, and I love the big dial type. I hate the small dial day date Rolex, but I love the big dial type, the 40. I think it's 40. I think that Rolex Day Date, I think it's less than I think it's less than 40. It should be less than 43 millimeters as well. That Rolex, the Day Date, with a presidential loop. Like, honestly, that's one of my dream watches. Not like the only one, but I love Rolex, you know. But yeah, no, let's get it back to Casio, to the Bill Gates experience. I'm honestly like, I love this watch, and every time like I wear this watch, I'm waiting for someone to start a conversation, like someone who's informed, right? Then I'll take them all the way to explain to them that this is Bill Gates' watch of preference, you know? It kind of sounds funny, but like, who doesn't know Bill Gates, man? Like, come on. Like, all my life, like when I was very young, forget about these new Bezos, like these new rich people. Like from the time like I was like, I don't know, like 10 to I don't know what age, like we all knew one person. Bill Gates was the richest man in the world, right? For the longest time. So like I was so like happy like when I figured out or found out that this is his watch of preference and I could afford it. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, like for real? But yeah, it is what it is. Like I changed the straps, like I said. I didn't like the rubber straps that come with it, but then those rubber straps, they're really good if you're going to dive or if you're like really serious about that diving life. You can't use this Milanese loop. I don't think it would do very many dives for you, right? So the other thing I want to talk about is the loom. The loom is really good at night. I'm not complaining, to be honest. I don't think it's as good as the loom on the more expensive watches. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. I think I'll talk about Rolex again because I've seen a lot of videos about people like complimenting the Rolex loom a lot. Like I've seen a lot of good compliments. But tell you what, me, this loom, this Casio loom, I wish there's a way I could demonstrate it for you guys. But I think it's really good. I think it's really good at night. I've been able to see that those, I don't know what they're called. Like I've really been able to see all those parts glow very well in the dark, right? Yeah, so me, I would say the loom is pretty good on this watch as well. And it's not really heavy, but then like it's good. Like it's a good weight. It has a good weight to it, right? And what else can I talk about? Changing date, it's the same. This crown, when you want to change the date and the time, you're gonna use this. Like you have to pull it a little bit, like one time to change the date, then pull it all the way to change the time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyone that has used a watch with only one crown for changing the time and the date should be pretty straightforward. Like shouldn't be hard for you. And the bezel, like people that are really serious about diving, like if you're really about that diving life, like this is anti-clockwise, right? So if you want to do like, if you want to time yourself for like an hour, you'll bring this all the way to like where the minute hand is, this top part. I can't rotate it right now because I'm holding the phone and I'm holding the watch with my left hand and my preferred hand is the right. I'm really sorry guys, but there's a couple of videos on YouTube, right, demonstrating how these dive watches work. But the whole thing is, if you want to time yourself for like an hour, you're gonna rotate this and bring it all the way like to where the minute hand is. Then it will, the minute hand, whatever, the minute hand will keep counting until it comes back to that point, right? So you, by the time it comes back there, you'll know that you've been in the ocean for an hour, right? Or depending on how long you want to be down there, depending on how long you want to be down there, you could rotate, anti-rotate this bezel and put it like 10 minutes. So by the time sorry, what am I saying? By the time the minute hand goes past the 10 minutes, then you'll have been down there for 10 minutes. But okay, I can't really explain this very well. Like there's a lot of videos online on YouTube. If you're really serious about that diving life, like you can't fail to find someone to give you a good explanation. But I would have tried my best, but I'm holding this phone, so it's a little bit hard for me to explain. But anyways, guys, I love this watch. I'm not complaining. I've gotten compliments. And what can I say? Yeah, like, this is the Casio. It's the Casio, the Diver, the Duro. And trust me, this watch is like less than what? $60? You tell me, right? It doesn't get any better than that. And like, not a lot of people, like, unless you're really, really a watch guy, right? Not very many people would guess that it's that cheap, right? But sometimes it's about like functionality over the cost. Okay, most times it's you get what you pay for, but with this Diver, I think Casio designed it with that whole thing of giving people something to really use, something that can't really, people that can't really spend on those whatever, those Rolex, whatever they're called, the Submariner. I don't really know about that brand, but I think they're the ones that are used for diving. I think it's the Submariner. Am I wrong? I don't know. You correct me, guys. But yeah, like, I don't want to make this argument. Rolex, Casio, it's a whole different story, you know. But I focus this using a phone. So I hope you guys have a little bit of an idea about the Bill Gates experience. This watch will really, really give you good conversation leverage. I love it for that. It gives me good conversation leverage with my friends. I always tell them, hey, like, yeah, share this with Bill Gates, so don't complain. Don't complain. That man is not wealthy because he was throwing around money like that. So yeah, like, what can I say? Okay, guys, let me know if I missed anything. I wouldn't mind to get back to talk about anything if it's a watch, because I love watches. There's a lot of videos I do and I just do, but I love watches. And in future, I think I'll be collecting a lot of watches. Yeah, like, that's the Casio Duro, the Casio Diver. It comes with this stock. This has stock, but I had to get this Milanese loop. And I think if you want to switch the straps, I think it's 22 millimeters. I think it's 22 millimeters, the size, if I'm not mistaken, if you want to switch the strap to this Casio Diver. I think it's 22 millimeters, and get the straight, whatever you call it. I'm not really so good with that lingo of replacements, but get the straight pin, because there's those that are curved, right? For this one, you'll need the straight pin. You'll need a straight pin, and I think it's 22 millimeter. This one is a quick release. It must be a quick release. Yeah, it is. It is a quick release, and I love it for that. Like, these pins that are quick release are much easier to use, right? So yeah, that's about it. So guys, that's all I had to say about the Bill Gates experience. I'll try to put this on hand and show you actually in a second about the Bill Gates experience, and that's how it looks like. I love this watch. Actually, like I said, I changed the straps because I don't like the stock straps. But yeah, like, it's a very nice watch. Like, okay, personally, I love the gold. I love the gold tone, but it also comes, I think, in all silver or all black. I think it's all black. Yeah, I think it comes in all black as well. And what can I say? Like, it's Bill Gates, guys. It doesn't get any better than that if you're having an argument about your watch, right? So yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this watch. If you want me to say anything more, you let me know. Like, peace out.